begin with sort of saying that it's very common. A man being avoidant attachment and a woman being anxious attachment. And also it's very, very common if you had an emotionally available father, that your husband that you find and fall in love with is also emotionally unavailable. It's a very, very common universal pattern. So when you're in it, first of all, you must remember you're experiencing a collective archetype. It is happening through you, but it is not personal to you. It is a time period where collectively, as a whole on earth, the big baggages and traumas that we've been collectively carrying as man and woman, that is beginning to surface in relationships. So it's just playing out in your life as your own personal life's drama, but it is not your own. So we can take a little distance from it. That allows us to take a little distance from it. Now, what I'm going to say may come across as a little blunt, but I will be very honest and say it. Don't work on the relationship. Work on yourself. Which means when I say that, in our head, we make every situation as black and white. Either I'm 100% in the marriage, in the relationship, and I am trying to make it work, right? Or else I want a divorce. I want to get out of it. I want separation. I don't want to be living with this person. Live with this person, but form a relationship with yourself. At this point in time that you're in, it's like this very famous quotation, the consciousness that created the problem cannot solve the problem. So the only thing that matters in your life is you changing your consciousness. And it doesn't matter if the other person is responding to it or not responding to it the way you expect him to respond. So don't put in more of your energy into making the relationship work. It'll work organically and naturally if it has to work when your consciousness shifts. So I'm not saying you have to get out of the marriage. You don't have to actually get out of the marriage. But all your emotional investment right now is, which is for many, many women. Many women make it a project of their lives that I have to make this marriage work. It's okay. Let it go. Let this thing go, and you have to really sincerely concentrate on relationship with the divine. It's like, we have in India, we say Pati Parmeshwar, no? I say reverse it, Parmeshwar Pati. Eternal's bride, right? And Savitri I was sharing. Can you really be in your consciousness, in your feeling, in your experience, having that relationship with the divine that Meera had with Krishna? So nurture that, develop that, listen to bhajans, do a lot of art in your life. If you're not a part of Savitri meditations, I highly recommend Morning Wednesday Savitri meditations. It opens the heart. Develop a relationship, heart-to-heart relationship with the divine. Work on that. Work on feeling, if you're all by yourself, feeling at home. That if you're all by yourself, you don't require a gadget to distract you. If you're all by yourself, you're at peace. You're able to enjoy your own company. You're able to find the love in yourself that you're desiring that will come through your husband. Learn to become your own mother, which is pat your head when you are going through a low time. Pull yourself out when one requires to be getting out of a pit, emotional pit that one falls into. So really, I would say, for some time, stop trying to make the relationship work and don't think about, separation or divorce either. Stay in the relationship without necessarily trying to make it work. It'll naturally fall in place if it has to. And very naturally, it's like, I'm sure when it comes to your husband, also a lot of men find it very difficult to articulate their feelings. So many times their inability to articulate their feelings comes in the form of snapping. But there's a lot that is going on within them. And you see your husband as a little child, as a little boy, as a little Krishna. as a little baby, right? Because sometimes, you may be experiencing he's getting defensive. And, what is this behavior? And this is not okay. How can he talk to me like that? Look, anybody who's getting defensive is scared. It may not look like when somebody is aggressive that the person is scared, but actually behind it is a scared baby who's like, even sometimes many men find emotions also very difficult. If too much emotions is happening, they also feel like they're getting scolded. Now, it is, under the ego of a man to say that I'm feeling scolded. So instead of saying I'm feeling scolded, the person will say, you're like this, you do drama, it will come out like that, right? But behind him is also a baby who's scared. And to men, or even for women for that matter, but at least women are allowed to cry, we give no emotional education. So the person doesn't know how to handle this thing or how to handle your emotion. And you must be seeking that, let's talk it out, let us sort it out, let us come together. It's not going to work. I'm going to burst the bubble like that. No matter how much you try, the only thing that will work is, first is clear the past. Clear all the past karma. If you are emotionally hanging on to 2 years ago, he said so and so and I felt so hurt. 3 years ago, he said so and so and I felt so hurt. How can he be so indifferent? How can he be this or that? Let it all go. Like we go in once a year in India, there's a tradition, you go in the Ganga and you just release everything and you come back. Like that, you let it go. Realizing that he is also somewhere scared in the relationship. And sometimes he may be finding your emotions a bit too difficult for him to handle. It's a bit like air and space and water and fire. You're probably more water and he's more air. Air can't handle water. It's like too much. I'll fly, So that elemental thing is happening and it takes time for elements to settle. So, and the elements will settle once you feel so much at home within yourself. Then you'll know whether you're meant to be in this relationship, and this relationship will also fall in place. One thing I can say to you is, even though, however he may be behaving, you see the child in him and you start responding to the child in him. It will really make a big difference to your relationship. And don't expect, you focus on building a relationship with yourself. For some time, stop trying to make the relationship happen. And he may be making efforts, but you may not even be realizing that he's making efforts, because a woman's efforts are very different in character and a man's efforts are very different in character. And sometimes we forget that we all act as adults, but behind all of us, we are all little children. And, probably you're also somewhere a little child who's expecting that, your partner to hold you like a little baby. He is also expecting you to hold, him like a little baby. And particularly it gets difficult when men become aggressive. Then, you feel like, but to abhi kaise I hold him like a little baby? How is he talking to me? Stop working on the relationship for some time. It will fall in place. Parmeshwar, your pati will fall in place. Don't try to make the relationship work. This relationship has to work. I hope you found the video to be useful. If you would like to continue your journey with us, if you would like to help us support you in your journey, click on the link below and join us for a 2.5-hour signature masterclass called the Awakening Karmayogi Workshop, where we run you through the fundamental stages of awakening to become a Karmayogi, to be peaceful inside and successful outside. We talk about Swabhava, our true nature, and Swadharma, our soul's purpose, which are the building blocks of a life affirming, not a life negating spirituality. So if you found this video to be useful, click on the link below and I shall see you at the workshop.